Alrighty traders, hello everyone. Today I want to be having a look at the past when it comes to inflation, gold, silver, also the mining sector as well too, and why I believe the lay of the land, the best mining sector I believe is going to be gold, going to be silver, and also I believe the mining sector. And I'm going to break those down in detail here. What we're looking at here right now is the actual inflation data and also what actually happens to silver and what's happened in the past and what could be coming moving forward, and my rational reasons, right, common sense reasons of why, if the past does equal the future, why we could be seeing something similar and we could be part of one of the greatest bull markets we've ever seen. And that is including trumping, that's right, not Donald Trump, but trumping the crypto bull market that we saw in the last few years. So let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into it. Traders, if you'd like to learn exactly how I trade the markets, my trading system, and also how I went from $250,000 in debt to actually making money from trading, then that first link in the description there, guys, go join my next webinar training, and I'll teach you all the details exactly how I actually trade the market for income. Now, this video here though is more of a longer term view. So let me share something with you here. What we could see here, right, is we have a couple of different lines through here, okay? So the right? The orange line through here is the silver price. The black line is the inflation data, inflation number, and then we have just the moving average through here. So I wouldn't really worry about that, right? Let me actually, can I do this thing through here? Would that do that through there? I'm just trying to get, oh, it's not doing it, is it? Not doing it. Anyway, so let's actually, come on now. Come on, be nice. Be nice. Okay, there we go, through here, okay? So let me actually take off the moving average, because we don't really need the moving average. This is that silver price. That's the moving average there. So we don't need the moving average. But there's one thing I want to share with you here, okay? And that is, look at this here. So the last couple of times we've had the black line here is what? Inflationary data, right? Is the inflation boom in the 40s? And then we had the second boom, okay? So you notice that the market always has two booms, right? Two booms. So we have one boom, and then market come down, and then it flattens out a little bit, and then we have another boom through here. Now, if this here, this point through here, let's actually make that thicker. Can you make that thicker? I hope that's not what she said. Anyway, let's focus, John. Focus. I'm having too much fun here. Anyway, so that's 1940, and this is 1950 here. Okay, so within the 40s, what happened? We had one pump. Where's my mind today? One pump, and then it deflated. Alrighty, some of you really mature people with thinking, what the hell are you talking about, John? Anyway, I'm just geeking out on these markets today, guys. Anyway, so we had one pump and then deflated, and then we had the second pump, right? And the second pump was even bigger, right? It got pretty big that time, so it got much bigger than the first pump, right? So okay. Maybe I should start this recording all over again. This is really bad. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Who cares? This is me. So anyway, so we had one move to the upside, move to the downside, and then another move to the second side. And look at this here. So the second move in the late 40s. So this is this line through here. If I drew a line, that there is 1945. So as you can see, on the second half of 1945, guess what? Secondary boom. Now, secondary boom, guess what happened? We obviously started to see things like gold and silver and so on and so forth. Again, this is the silver price here. Now let's go to the 1940s, right? Let me see can I bring this chart up properly? I don't know how to size it. You guys probably know exactly how to do this properly when it comes to this here. I'm just trying to get the data properly. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, I'll keep it there. So black line, inflation data. Black line, inflation data. And orange line, silver price. Look at this here. Inflation data go up, silver price go up. Now look at this here. So this is 1940. And so this here is what? 19. So around here, this point through here is probably through 1970. And this is obviously 1980 through here, okay? So as you can see, look what happened through here. So this right there is the 1975, and it came down. So you can see around about the 1978 period, after going flat. And isn't it interesting? Look at this here. So after we get the first move up and then down, we go flat for a while, and then we had the boom. Up, down, look at this here. It went flat for a while, didn't it? See how it went flat? And then we had what? The secondary boom, which is what? First, the secondary boom, the secondary move in the inflation number is what? Always higher than the first one, right? So it's always higher than the first one. So looking at that through there, okay, looking at that through there, and we can see here from 1978, that's when things really started to move. And then this is obviously the inflation. This is obviously the silver price. So if we have a look at that, but if I go back and actually then show you what gold did, so let's actually bring up the gold price of what gold actually did at that time. And we can start to do some, ooh, what is this? What is this? No, I don't want line. No line. Let's go weekly charts. Okay, cool. So this here is, oh, look at that. What is that? Anyway, so a squirrel. So look at this here. So if we do this from percentages terms, okay, so if something like this does happen again, which by the way, traders, I do believe over the next 10 years, if you read Ray Dalio stuff, we're probably going to go back to the money we use is going to actually have value behind it. We're going to go back to that again. Just history repeating itself. The only thing that happens really is gold, right? Gold is that real money. Gold is that real money behind the backing. Digital currency, yeah, it's coming, but there's going to be some value behind that. What is that? It's probably going to be gold, right? It's going to be gold-linked digital currency through there, right? Because you go hard money and soft money. But look at this through here. This is the gold price. And as you can see, so if we talked about this before, right? We talked about this is the inflation data through here, which is the black line. So what is that? So the black line is around about the 1976 to the 1980 period. We had the secondary spike. So if we get something similar, gold went from here, and if we're looking at percentage terms, when the bottom to the top, we're talking what? We're talking basically a 770% increase, almost an 800% increase. That's what gold did. So when we're looking at the gold price, I'm going to break this down this is the gold price here, okay? So if something similar like that actually happened, and we got it even, and we did get the secondary spike in the next 2-3 years, what could gold potentially go to? And this is really, really interesting, right? So I'm going to use the percent. I'm going to use again, if the same but different time, but same thing, right? Look at this here. So roughly around the 800% increase from the bottom to the top. So if we go to where we are right now and we do the exact same thing, right? Let's go to where we are right now. And we do the exact same thing, right? Looking at percentage terms, right? From the bottom to the top is what? That's 30% there. Now let's go from the bottom. Let's just say this was the bottom here. Just like we did back, remember we did just a minute ago, right? Yeah, you saw what we did a minute ago, right? So let's actually do this. So let's actually squeeze this chart up, and I've got a lot of lines on here, but let me remove these lines. Remove you, right? Remove you. So remember, what was the number? That was 800% increase. And the thing is, a lot of people focused on crypto market. This is why I'm focused on the metals and the miners, and I'm going to get to the miners in just a minute as well too, right? So if we went from there to there, that's what? That's 100% move. Just only 100% move from the bottom. What did the 70s do? Ooh, right? Now I'm talking the 70s, right? I'm talking the 70s here. So let's actually do this here. So if I bring this, let me zoom this right in here. This is the 70s data to data through here. Data to data. So if the 70s happen, that's the data to data through there. And then we have the move down. Now, just remember, guys, too, this is why or markets. If something does go vertical that much, you probably, if something's going vertical, you're going to get a really sharp, hard and fast snapback. That's why my latest market updates, if you've been seeing, especially like the Dow Jones, it's like traders, you can get sucked in for this last 10, 20%, but we're probably going to get it's just how markets work, right? We get a hard and fast snapback. So if we did get something similar to there, let's actually do this here. Let's actually squeeze this right up. I'm going to squeeze this right up and I'm going to try to look for, right? So this is the gold price. So this is what 7,000, 8,000. Like, let's actually see this through here. 400. That's 400%. That's a 400% increase there from where we are now. Can we keep this going? Right. What do we do? Well, almost 800% increase. Where is the 800% increase? 800% increase is right there, which is 15,000, by the way. What was 770, right? So roughly around a $15,000 gold price. Now that sounds crazy, right? But this is what happened last time we had inflationary problems. Every inflation. Now, guys, I'm going to go back to this chart here. What is this? Now let's actually do this here. Let's actually just remove the silver. Remove the silver price, and let's just look at the inflationary data. What happens when we have inflationary problems? Every time we have an inflationary chart, what happens? We end up generally, look at this. Let me zoom in a bit more so you can see it here, okay? We end up going through what? A couple of spikes, and the secondary spike is always higher than the second one. This was the other time we had inflationary problems. First spike, secondary spike. We're doing the exact same thing again right now. Look. Up, first spike, down, sideways, and then secondary spike. Up, down, sideways, up a little bit, then the sideways, not really do much, right? And then secondary spike. What's happening right now? Up, down. Look at the inflationary data, doing that through there. Interesting. So if you just look at this here, when it comes to this here, firstly, let's actually look behind the scenes. What is behind the scenes? What does this mean? That means that something is going to hit the market over the next couple of years that's going to cause this to happen. I wonder what that is. So we see how we actually, now we can actually go behind the scenes. Because if history repeats itself for the last 100 years, every time we've had inflationary problems, the data has done the exact same thing. So everyone is focused on crypto market right now, looking for the next crypto boom. And I'm saying, hey guys, hey, right? Hey, guys, look, check this out. Come check this out, right? Now this is just the gold price through here. This is the gold price, and now I'm checking the data. But again, this is about gold, silver, and the mining sector. I'm going to wrap on that. This is the reason why this is the new gold rush. Not the AI stocks, not the stock market, not the crypto market, right? Did I just... John, you suck. Crypto market's the best. Dislike, unsubscribe. All right? But no. Let's actually, I'm going to, again, guys, I have no dog in this fight or fight in the bone. What is that saying, guys? What is that saying? I don't know. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you some common sense of what's right in front of us. But because we're so focused on the pepper, I'm focused on the pepper, I can't see the salt. You get what I'm saying here, right? I'm trying to show you the salt. Check out the salt, right? Because guess what? That salt, it has some potassium and magnesium. Does it actually have that? I don't know. It makes me feel better when I have that glass of water in the morning. Glass of lemon water, by the way. Glass of lemon water. So I'm just trying to show you, like, there's the salt here, by the way. And so the thing is, through history, as we know, right, the best times to be investing in something when, one, no one's talking about it. Two, no one's talking about it. Two, no one wants to get involved with it. And three, it's already gone through a boom and bust cycle, and therefore we're probably going to go through another boom and bust cycle, right? So this is what we're saying. But I'm backing this up. Well, I'm backing this up. Fundamentally, I see gold being a big thing in our life again, history speaking. Then we can wrap this round now. So again, in the inflation number does this. If we have this, then we're probably going to get this. And if we get something like that, guess what gold's going to do? Guess what silver's going to do? Guess what the mining stock's going to do? Now I'm going to get to the mining stocks in just a minute. I'm going to keep it. See, guys, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you the forest from the tree sort of thing. Okay, if you want to make a lot of money over the next 5 years, you know where my money is, right? You know where I'm positioned. So people could become multi-millionaires, 10 million plus. I have a massive number. I have a massive number where I want to be in 2030, probably 2030 to 2035, because who knows when this is going to happen, right? The secondary spike might be, the last time I got the secondary spike was when? It was about 1978. So the secondary spike might be happening that last 3 years of this decade. We just don't know. That's what people, when I say, when I always say, 2026, 2027 could be when the market really booms. People say, Johnny, you nuts? 2026, I'm not going to make money now. And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you know yourself, right? It's like, yes, I personally do look for trading strategies for income, right? And I'm trading the market every day. I'm looking to get in and get out and manage my positions and so on and so forth. Again, that first thing in the description, guys, the webinar, I teach you exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to the trading setups for income. This here is about how to position yourself to create some really big moves, right? Jump on the next big thing. This is the next big thing that's going to crack any other bull market out there. Because it's just based on history, right? But again, traders, what are we doing through here, okay? And I'm just trying to, what are we doing through here? I'm trying to share with you what's likely to happen. But then, again, on the back of what I just said there, why is this going to happen? What's going to cause this? Well, what caused the first spike? Recession, things not doing well, lots of printing of money. So what's probably going to come again soon? Things not doing well, lots of printing of money, right? It's the same thing, really, right? See, there's the salt. Forget the pepper, right? The pepper makes you sneeze if you have too much, right? Don't do that. Don't sneeze, all right? Just hold on tight. See what I'm saying through there? So that's that through there. So if I go to the gold price, that's what gold did. Now let's check out the silver price. Now, no one knows what's definitely going to happen, right, traders? We know that. But if we go back in time, we could just see what actually happened back in time. This was the silver price. This is where it starts to get pretty crazy. This is the silver price. Now, again, traders, I must repeat myself. And yes, I'm going to repeat myself. No one definitely knows what's going to happen. But if we're just going based off history, right, and the base of the lay of the land right now, the lay of the land is everyone's focused on what? The AI stocks, the AI bubble, and the crypto market. No one's focused on gold and the mining sector. Got the metals and the mining sector, should I say. But look at this here. Silver did what? Silver did 1,000% move. Could you imagine having options? If you bought a couple of years worth of options with that, you see what I'm saying here, traders, right? So people that are educated, and this is what I do with my private clients all the time, guys. I'm keeping them up to date with some really big, massive, long-term trends. And I'm giving you guys a bit of a sneak peek about behind the scenes of what I actually talk with my private clients with all the time. Not only from trading opportunities that I get into, but also long-term, really big moves that I believe are going to come. And I use some common sense, not my feelings. Like, oh my goodness, I'm going to jump on the next bull market because everyone's talking about it. If everyone's talking about a market, run, right? 1,000% move from the bottom. What is that right now? That was 1,000% move from where we are. What is 1,000% move? Ooh, interesting, right? That there is a 300% move. See what I'm saying here, traders? Like I'm telling you, this could be one of the greatest opportunities to create some serious money for yourself, guys. And it doesn't take that much, right? Especially if you can start to really watch these charts properly, because you're watching, and then maybe time it in with some really long-term options. Oh, come the papa. But again, this takes time, right? This is a precursor to say what could be coming over the next 2 or 3 years. So we're waiting, watching, proud, and you could even have investments. I do have investments in all these ready to go. So when it does happen, we can get ready to go. Now, 1,000% move on silver. Where's 1,000% move on silver? I'm trying. It's too high. I know this sounds really crazy, don't it, guys? Like 1,000% move is what? $200 silver. buy an option that at $200, we're talking we're talking like 1 cent. Maybe half a cent, right? It's like, but do you see what I'm saying here, traders, right? See what I'm saying? This is where you really can create some serious wealth. But again, it's not going to happen straight away. And that sounds pretty crazy. And it's like, yeah, whatever, John. And then the gold price. Once again, where did the gold price? What was the gold price projection? What was it? Up there. Like, you see what I'm saying here, traders? So that is my backing of the gold and silver. One, I believe, especially gold, I believe gold is going to become a major part of our lives, our value of what we use again. It's just history repeating itself over and over and over again, traders, for the last 500 years. Nothing new, right? Now let's wrap in some common sense why I like the mining sector, okay? Why I like the mining sector. In particular, I like the GDXJ. GDXJ is my baby, my baby, my baby, right? So why do I like the mining sector as a whole? Well, if we look at the mining sector, the GDX, will that do it? It will, yes. Okay, cool. So I'll use the GDX as a price. But why I like the mining sector as a whole is that we all know things go in cycles, right? Now, let me ask you a question, traders. Are we going to go through another mining boom, yes or no? The answer is yes, right? Now, the second the question mark on that is when. Now, we haven't had a mining boom in the last 10 years, have we? No, right? Look at this here. Like, last 10 years, nothing. The last mining boom was back up here, 2010, 11, and then we had the crash. Then we've done nothing through here. Okay, boom, bust, crash. This is where I like the GDXJ chart, because the GDXJ chart is my baby. It's my baby. Right, so this is the GDXJ chart. So we had the boom, we had the bust, and we had the movement through here. Make sense? So that's what we had, didn't we? So if we know there's definitely going to be another mining boom, right? It's not like we're never going to go through another mining boom again. We just know through history we go through booms and busts and all that sort of stuff. So if we know, common sense says that we are definitely going to go through another mining boom, the question mark is when. Then doesn't it make sense to say the next big thing to crack is probably going to be the mining sector, right? Now, that's wrapped around with what? Metals and miners, right? Gold, silver, with what I just said a minute ago. Wrap that around with what? Now looking at just simple common sense. We are going to go through another mining boom. And this is for long-term investors. This is not for you bumblebees in the chat box. Right, you bumblebees in the chat box that say that that think one day is too long, or you can't sit there and not take a trade for a week or two because you're trying to make some quick short money right now. That type of thinking is not going to generate some serious wealth for you. Right? I've been there. I've done that. I've done that for so many years. I'm just focused on now. And guess what? The future becomes the now. And I'm like, oh man, if I just took better action back then and so on and so forth. Right? So we're looking at this through here, aren't we? We're looking at this through here and we're saying, okay, the mining sector to me makes it absolute common sense of why eventually, and who knows, we could be getting something like this. We could be getting something like this. The mining sector may even do something like this here for a while. And maybe when the inflation data starts, maybe it's through something like that. Maybe this is, and then whenever I say 2026 traders, this is what happens, right? This is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is years, by the way. This is 365, this here, 365 days plus 365 days plus 365 days plus 365 days, right? That's what's going to happen here. And whenever I say, 2026, 2027, people are looking for something to happen right now. That reality is what? Big trends take, for something to happen, for a really big move to happen, that generally takes a few years or more, right? Like if gold is going to do what I just said a minute ago, it's going to take probably about 2 or 3 years, maybe more, to eventually to make that thing become a reality, not just one day. And this is where some people are like, oh my goodness, So that's why I always say that who knows when it's going to start. It could be 2026 it starts, 2027, 2028, but maybe it's this part through here that we really get the big move. Who knows? It could It could be starting now, right? We could be getting some, and this is where guys like, the timing is about hard, right? We could get something like this, right? A bit of a move up, and then we get a bit of a pullback here for a few years, and then we start to see a big move up like that. Again, we just don't know, right? So this is where the lay of the land, I'm just using common sense here, guys. I'm not trying to be smart. It's like, but John, what about the individual mining stocks? Well, I don't know. I'm not that smart. You guys might be smarter than me. Oh, with the PE ratios and the balance sheets and but then maybe 3 months from now, when we do get another earnings report, then the company's not going to be so good. So maybe I'm in the wrong sector and so on and so forth. I don't know. I'm just really confident we're going to see a mining boom. So I'm going to be in the mining sector as a whole. And when the mining boom happens, it's probably going to be doing that, right? Same with gold, same with silver. But the last thing I want to talk about here, guys, is that there are opportunities everywhere. Remember I said before, so many people focused on the pepper. Right now, the pepper is AI stocks and crypto markets still. But the salt is right there. And the salt right now, the salt is about to get really full before it releases all that salt into your system. Maybe that's not the right terminology. The honey is right there. Right? Because I like peanut butter and honey sandwiches. You guys like peanut butter and honey sandwiches? I like peanut butter and honey, right? So the honey's right there, right? And it's like that, but the peanut butter's there, yeah, they're cool. The peanut butter's good right? But the honey's right there. And it's getting ready to the honey's getting ready to hit your system. And guess what happens when you have too much honey? It's like giving your kids lollies, right? It's like, oh my goodness. What did I give you kids? Look at you guys going nuts. And then 3 hours later, they're having a sleep, right? So that's the lay of the land that I see here. But one thing I want to just really sort of backtrack and double click on, go back into. If this is going to happen again, remember the things that cause these things to happen. So if we are going to go through another inflationary problems, which we have in the past, every time we go through inflationary problems, we always get what? The secondary spike is higher than the first one. So that means we could be getting something like that again in 26, 27, 28. Right? So if that's going to happen, there's these things that's going to cause that to happen. Now, what I'm saying here, traders, is that if we can just start to potentially preempt what's going to happen. So when this thing starts to happen, we're like, oh, okay, government's printing money now. The government is starting to print money, right? That means probably over the next 6 to 12 months, the inflation rate is going to start to kick up. And over the next 6 to 12 months, the inflation rate is going to start to kick back up again. That's probably going to be the start of the next big move. Right. And if that's the start of the next big move, I wonder what's going to really take off this time. Gold, silver, mining sector. And potentially even the stock market itself as a whole, right? Everything just goes crazy there for a while. And then guess what happens? And then and as you can see, right, even though the secondary spike is higher, guess inevitably what happens? Comes down. What is that? Recession. And it comes down even more, right? And notice the inflationary number on the secondary spike comes down lower than the first one. So if this is a boom and then we're going through a recession, the second one is a bigger boom and a bigger bust. A bigger boom and then bigger bust. And that's where I'm saying, traders, from the 2030, I would say, 2030, 2035. Again, we never know timing. But I would say after that boom, oh my goodness, incredible boom followed by probably by incredible boom I see coming. Mining, metals, and so on and so forth, I'm seeing through to really, really capitalize on that. And I believe from that 2030, 2035, the incredible boom is going to be followed by the greatest depression we've ever seen in our lifetime.